Open up! Open up! I must not allow these women to do what suits them and find that the Achaeans cast their blame and odium on me.
It is not that. They are not burning the tents. No, it is my friendly daughter Cassandra, darting this way at a run.
Hold up the fire, display it, bring it here. I pay reverence, look upon me, look to this temple with my torches. O Lord Hymenaeus, happy is the bridegroom, happy am I in my coming marriage to a king in Argos. Hymenaeus, Lord, for you, mother, go on mourning my dead father, dear father dead, with tears and laments, while I light up the blaze in my torch with a gleaming radiance, giving light to you, O Hymenaeus, giving light to you, O Hecate, as is customs when maidens wed. Swing your foot high, lead the dance, lead it, a boy. As for my father's happiest fortunes, holy is the dance. Lead it, Phoebus. It is in your temple that I make sacrifice, crowned with a garland of bay. Dance, mother, lead the dance. Twirl your feet this way and that. Join with me happily as I lead mine. Oh, sound out the wedding song in honor of the bride, with songs and shouts of blessings. Come, daughters of the Phrygians, with your lovely dresses. Sing of the husband who was fated to share my marriage bed.
My queen, take hold of your friend's daughter, in case her nimble dancing takes her among the Argive soldiers.
O Hephaestus, you kindle the torch when mortals marry, but this is a torch of woe you've kindled here, and far from what I ever pictured. Oh, my child, I never thought you would be married at the spear, let alone an archive one. Give me the torch. It is not proper that you should carry it as you dart around, for this has not brought you any closer to insanity. Take this, and in place of her wedding songs, give your tears for my child.
Mother, take my victorious head with garlands and rejoice in my marriage with the king. Escort me, and if I seem less than eager to you, push me along by force. For if Loxias exists, Agamemnon, the famous lord of the Achaeans, will marry me in a union more disastrous than Helen's. Yes, for I shall kill him, and I shall lay waste to his house in revenge for my brothers and my father. But I shall say no more of that. I shall not sing of the axe, which will cut into my neck, and other snares as well, and the agony of matricide to which my marriage will lead, and the ruin of the house of Atreus. No, I shall show that our city here is happier than the Achaeans. I may have the god in me, but nevertheless I shall stand outside my frenzy to say this much. In their hunt for Helen, the Greeks lost countless men. Because of one woman, one love affair. In a hateful cause, their clever general killed what was dearest to him, sacrificing for his brother his delight in children and his house. For the sake of a woman. And that a woman who was not carried off by force.
No, she went willingly.
And when they reached the banks of Scamander, they died one by one, though they were being stripped of no boundary lands, nor their native country with its high towers. And those whom the war god took never saw their children again. They were not shrouded in robes by their wives' hands, but they lie in a foreign land. And the story repeated itself in Greece. The wives died as widows, the fathers with no sons in their houses. They had raised their children in vain, and there was no one who could let fall an offering of blood upon the earth at their graves. And as for the Trojans, first of all, and this is the noblest of fame, they died for their fatherland, and all of those whom the spear took were carried to their homes by their friends. And all of those whom the spear took and those who did not die in battle lived with their wives and their children day after day. These were pleasures which the Achaeans missed. And listen to the truth about Hector, whose story seems so tragic to you. He is departing from this life with the reputation of the noblest of men, and it was the coming of the Achaeans that caused this. If they had stayed at home, who would have known of his courage? Paris, too. He married Zeus's daughter. If he had not married her, he would have had in his house a wife whom no one talked of. Yes, anyone who is sane should avoid war, but if it comes to that, it is no shameful disgrace. For these reasons, Mother, you must not feel pity for our land or for my marriage. For by this union I shall bring pain to my greatest enemies and yours.
How happily you smile at your family's catastrophe. You sing of things that you perhaps show to be less obscure than when you sang them.
If Apollo had not driven you out of your wits and into this frenzy, I'd not be sending my generals away with such ill-omened utterances. No, you would pay the price. I see now that the grand and the great, and those with a reputation for wisdom, are not a bit better than insignificant. I am a poor man, but I would never sought to beg you. You are out of your mind. I cast your insults to the Argives and the eulogies of the Phrygians to the winds to carry off. Follow me to the ships. You will be a good match for our general. And you? Follow when the son of Laertes wants to lead you off. You will be a servant to a good woman, as those who came to Ilion tell us.
What a fine fellow this lackey is. Why ever do we dignify these men with the name of herald when all join in loathing them? These attendants in the fetid call of kings and cities. You say that my mother will come to the palace of Odysseus. What of the prophecies which Apollo communicated to me? He says that she will die here. She'll not bring reproach upon her by telling the rest. Poor Odysseus! He does not know what sufferings are in store for him. He will spend 10 years on top of the 10-year and come alone to his fatherland. He will look back on my sufferings and those of Troy, and they shall seem to him to shine like gold. He will go where terrible Charybdis has her dwelling, on the base of a narrow strait, and the mountain-ranging Cyclops who eats raw flesh, and the Gyrian Circe who transforms men into pigs. He will meet with shipwreck on the salt sea and longing for the lotus. And the holy cattle of the sun, whose bloody flesh will one day bring forth the sound that will prove bitter for Odysseus. To cut short my account, he will go to Hades while he is still alive, and he will escape the sea's waters. And when he comes to his house, he will find countless troubles there. But why do I shoot out these prophecies of Odysseus' sufferings like darts? Go quickly on your way. Let me marry my bridegroom in the house of Hades. Yes, you ignoble man, you will be ignobly buried in dark, not in the light of day, you commander-in-chief of the Danaans, who thinks your achievement so grand. As for me, they will fling out my naked corpse, and the fiends flowing with winter water will carry me to the animals to feast on near my husband's grave. Me, Apollo's servant. Oh, garlands of the gods who is dearest to me, you cheerful emblems of his worship. Very well. I have left the festivals in which I once found joy. Away with you! I tear you from my body, so that while my flesh is still pure, I will give them to the winds to carry to you, O Lord of prophecy. Where is the general's ship? Where must I get on board? You can't be too quick as you wait for a wind to swell your sails. As with me, you will be taking one of 3 furies from this land. Goodbye, my mother. Do not shed a tear. Oh, my dear fatherland, and my brothers beneath the ground, and my father who begat us. It will not be long before you greet me. I will come among the dead as a victor, and I shall have laid waste the house of the sons of Atreus, the men who destroyed us.